Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome, do stick around. Today it's the 31st, it's New Year's Eve, so we're at the end of my December daily. And yeah, I know, like, maybe a lot of people just do bits and bobs throughout December, but I was determined that I wanted to do it every day. And I've had a couple of days off for Christmas, which I caught up on, and I had a couple of days off when I felt really poorly in the middle of the month, but we caught up, didn't we? And we went over with them days of just having a tiny little space to journal and that. And so yeah, yesterday, if you haven't watched it, I did a sort of summary of the year. I went ahead and just folded some coffee dyed paper and tucked in the pocket with all my journaling on in more detail about the year that I haven't already said at the beginning, because I had, before we started, I've had a bit at the beginning there. And this pocket that Amy made for me, the triple pocket, I journaled on all on 3 tags to fill those, all about the lead up to this December. So yeah, we had my little just fun roundup on there, because I didn't want to do it today because it's Lily's birthday, my oldest grandchild. She's 10 today. Happy birthday, my baby girl. I love you millions. And I've already prepared, again, what am I like? I've printed off loads of photos of Lily. There's quite a few of us together, which I really liked. I could have looked for a lot more and scanned them on, but that would have meant climbing into the cupboard under the stairs, which my desk is up in front of. So when I need to get in that cupboard, my desk collapses and it folds down. But it's a mission, so I didn't get any other photos out and scan on. I just went with ones that I had on my laptop. So I've also, what have I done? I've cut out an happy birthday, a name Lily, and a 10, and I've done them in like bluey, purpley colour, because she likes pinks, blues and purples. She's just like her nana. So what I thought is I could use some of these lovely pink leaves, and she also likes bling as well, and I could put some bling on them and that. So I'm going to do that up along this side, and then yeah, we'll just crack on. So I do hope everybody is well. I know I've got subscribers from all different places across the world, so I don't know what your New Year's Eve's going to be like, but ours is very quiet because the fireworks that they have on the Thames, they're not happening, and they're always on the telly at midnight. When my kids was little, I used to take them along to the embankment, and we'd stand on the embankment and watch all the fireworks, and yeah, it was really brilliant. When Boris Johnson, before he was our Prime Minister, when he was the Mayor of London, he got the started setting the fireworks to classical music. It was fabulous, just so fabulous, you wouldn't believe it. And yeah, so I would wrap my little ones up nice and warm, and we'd go and stand on the embankment and watch the fireworks. I do apologise, that was my phone, and I don't know what that notification is. It keeps doing it, and when I'm listening to an audio book, it pauses the book, and it's not emails, it's, I don't know what the notification is. And when I look, a lot of times nothing there, or it's just a random thing it's telling me. So I don't know how to turn it off, because I don't know what I'm looking for. I might call in the experts, which translated means my kids. They're my experts. So yeah, I thought I could dot about some of these lovely flowers. I won't use my nice scissors, I'll just use a different pair. So I won't have loads. Let's see what 3 might look like. And then I could put a couple of gems, being like, because they'll look like little buds, little sparkling buds. That's my little thought on it. So yeah, we'll have a flower there. Just drop it on. That one, oops, in there. And then one in the top. Right. Oh. Okay, so that's them. And then I'll just pop that back in there. I might add just a couple of these little gems. So I've got a bit of ribbon. And yeah, they might look like just a tiny little flower bud. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to decide now where I want them. I'm going to have one in there. 1, 2. We'll see how they look. Just 2. 1. Where did I put the other glue? Oh, there, wasn't it? Was it? Oh, that's not the wrong way. Right. Yeah, they're quite cute, like that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So that bit is done. And then, right, I want to put a name. I don't know if I'm going to fit everything on. I want her name up here though, so I don't know why I've pulled out the number 1 instead of one of the letters, but I have. Oh, get back on. I don't want it coming out. Well, I don't want it to. Right. I wonder if it would be easier. No, I don't think it would. Right, get back straight. Right. I was just thinking, would it be easier if I kind of flipped this a bit, like that? Oh, it might be, yeah. Yeah, we'll just have it like that for now. I'll need a flip. Yep, just for a minute. Or I could put like a book underneath this half to lift it up to be in level. Right. And we want the other L. Her name is actually Lily Rose with a hyphen, but I won't fit that in, and I always call her Lily. Now and again I call her Lily Rose, and I do write it on her cards and things like that. My little Lily Rose, after her mum, who's my Rosie Lily, and obviously after my nan and my great nana. And my Auntie Gracie's middle name was Lily. So yeah, we've got a few of them. It's a proper traditional family name. My dad cried when I told him, I rang him from the hospital. I said, Dad, she's had her, and she said she's calling her Lily. Oh, my dad cried. He was the first person I rang. And yeah, he was so pleased, because by then Nanny Lily weren't with us anymore, and Nana Lil hadn't been with us for a long time, since I was a kid. But yeah, when she named her Lily, my dad was the happiest man on the planet, I can tell you. He really was. And he was so close to her. Rosie was at university when she had her, and she used to drop Lily at my mum and dad's and then go uni, or if her car was playing up, she'd go round to get the bus round to my mum and dad, and then my dad would drop her off at uni, and then my mum and dad would have Lily, and if it was one of my working from home days, I'd be round there as well, doing my working from home while Lily was there, so that in between talking to our we wouldn't call them clients, our families that we dealt with. I worked for a charity that helped families, and in between I would get that time with Lily, because yeah, she was little, and that's my dad there with her, and I'm going to put the 10 here. I'll put the happy birthday that I've cut out somewhere else. But yeah, my mum swears that Lily prolonged my dad's life, that without her he probably would have died sooner, because it gave him something to look forward to every day, being there, you know. And under the stairs, even like where all our photos are, I've got tons of photos. Look, oh, there he is again with her. But I've got tons of photos of her being like a year old and hugging me dad, squeezing him. She just loved him to bits, and he did her. Right, so what I was going to do is just fill all of this with pictures of her and that. I'll stick happy birthday in the middle, and then yeah, what I'll probably do is I'll journal and stick it on that back page when I actually write. But for here, I'm just having me pictures. Actually, I should decide where I want the pictures before I start sticking words on, in case they don't fit. Right. We'll have me dad up there. Right. Actually, I'll move that happy before the glue properly dries. Or has it dried? No, it ain't. Oh, and I'll stick it somewhere else in a sec. Let's just... Oh, we'll have her there like that. We've got me and Lily down here, holding one of the babies. Right, let me put the lid back on a sec. And let's see what else we've got. What have I got? Another one of her being little. Oh yeah, look, there's another one of her being a baby. We can fit that little one in. We've got another small one. Yeah, that'll fit there. Or no, yeah, I'm going to do these. That one's quite small, and that one going along like that. And then I'll probably try and fit a happy birthday stuck on over there. It can be overlapping that picture of her in the middle. And yeah, I know I'm not making anything or doing anything out of the ordinary. I am literally just sticking photos in a book. And so if if it's like watching paint dry, do turn off now. But I just thought I'm just going to do something simple, put loads of photos, and then I can write about what they all mean to me when they was taken, different things of her life that stick in my mind, you know, funny things she would say when she was like a little toddler, all those kind of things I can write down. And I've spoken to her this morning on FaceTime, but yeah, it's not the same as seeing them. So I thought I'll just do this, and what I'm looking for now is the happy birthday. I can't remember where I put it. Right, found it, so I can put that there. Pop that there like that. And push it down a bit. I hate it when the glue starts going like this, all gloopy and thick. But I haven't got any nail varnish remover in the house to water it down with, unfortunately. Right, happy birthday. Ah! Oh, stop it, it's sticking more to me than it is to the page. Right, let's get a bit of glue under the end, off of my finger and onto the end of birthday. Yeah, I think we got away with it. Right, and then I'm going to flip over, making sure that I'm not going to end up glued with all the book glued together, and I'm this near to the end. I think I've got too many photos. Right, what am I going to fit on here? That's one with all the grandkids. I've put that down the bottom. Oh, that's me and her as a baby. That's me and her not long ago. Right, that's her and her brother. I know her and her brother and sister. I do love that photo, but then I've got this one which is really cute of them at Easter. Oh, there's just so many cute photos. Right. We'll put one in of us when she was little. And yeah, we are very close. It used to be lovely before what's it, YouTube changed the rules. She used to be in a lot of my videos with me, but then they changed the rules and I had to not only stop having her in my videos but take the videos down. And so yeah, that was a bit upsetting, because that was something that she used to love doing on weekends when she stays over or in the school holidays. We used to, back then, that was when I was in my other house, and I did have a room that was my own craft room. And so yeah, she'd go, Nana, while Mum and Auntie Mill are getting the others asleep, should we go and film, or should we go and do something? And even though she can't be in my videos anymore, we do still do a lot of crafting. That I'll bring it back into frame and show you the photo that I just said. Oh, that one's got all the kids in. Put her there so she don't cover up her baby sister. That was one of our craft sessions when the rules relaxed a bit earlier on in the year. Oh no. And household, you were allowed to have one other household other than your own visit you. And so straight away I was on the phone to my daughter, you're allowed to come back. And so they come over and stayed, and we call it Nana's Art Club, and I don't know how well you can see, they made spoon puppets. But she says she loves doing anything like that, but she does say, oh Nana, can we do something a bit more difficult than what we're having to do with them? Because obviously the others are much younger, like Olivia and Jaden are 3 and 4 respectively, and then the babies are 1, 2. No, 1. There'll be 2 this birthday. Right, so that's all the kids there. And I'll put her and her brother and sister as bunnies up at the top. And what I'm going to do, I think, hang on, I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'll put that one up there. Right, so all that last page is all about Lily, obviously, and she's 10. And what I'm going to do is I'll just get a bit of coffee dyed paper, and I'm going to cut it. Let's do that now. Oh. About that wide, I think, is the width. And then I'll just fold it up like a concertina. And yeah, I'll cut that bit so it's the same. Oh, I'll just do it with a pair of scissors because you're not really going to see it. Like that. And then I'll be able to, I'll stick it up that way so that it'll fold down nicely for me to journal on. But what I'm going to do to hold it in place is grab a thin bit of pink ribbon. So I'm looking for a thin piece. That's quite lightweight though. I think this will probably be better. I've not got a thin bit, but what I'm going to do, let's see how it ties. I'm making sure I've got exactly the right amount I need for a nice bow. And then yeah, bows can always be pulled about to tidy up and tidy them up a bit and that. But that's roughly it. Let's take that off. Right. Oh. So I've just got to remember what way it was. Yeah, it was like, that's the right way up, yeah. And ensure they're pretty level. And then I'm just going to put glue all over the back here. And then it will tie up nicely after I've finished writing on it. Right. And right, let me just pop that lid on, because that glue has now got to the stage where it's got a mind of its own. Right, there we are. Bone folder. Where's that? Right, and then just carefully And so I can write about Lily on there. And then when I'm done, we will get a nice bow, and I can trim this a little bit more. Oh. That's it, roughly. And there we are at the end. So we'll have a little flip through. And so, right, like I said, I had this triple pocket from Amy. So I made tags. I think just quite simple tags, just there, and journaled on the back of all them, and here a bit of an intro about 2020. So the first day I was out posting some stuff with my son, and we had me in my wheelchair, and by the Christmas tree in the town with my mask on, I saw my mum on the 2nd, and yeah, I've got something in there, and that closed, keep shut with that. Little journaling card in that little ribbon pocket. We had that pocket there, something's fell out. That was me crafting with Olivia. I did these 2 double tags. Then I must have had a lot to say that day, and put them in there. And I didn't have a lot to say this day, so I made 3 little envelopes with 3 of the tiniest little journaling cards that you've ever seen, but I did journal on them. Then I made these look like an advent calendar, and it was pictures from the past of the children seeing Santa, because they couldn't see him this year. Oh, I did an altered paper clip that day and journaled on that. Journaled on this paper in there and a card, and yeah, this was my altered paper clip. I'll put that back on there, and the other side was like that. I wasn't very well, was I? So I didn't write a lot. I'd done a collage and left the tiniest little spaces. Didn't feel very well. I got some happy mail from Amy, and it really inspired me, so I made a belly band, and I used the packaging that she sent to stick over the page, and some of her lovely cards from images from her winter woodland Santa, I think they're from. It was freezing, and I made a little thing look like a present to journal on. I weren't well, so I just stuck a house on and wrote the tiniest amount and stuck it in, because that was when I wasn't well. I just did a nice easy page there. A lot of it's nice easy pages. I did a pocket collage down here, and we made this tag with the smaller tag tucked in there. I really liked that one. That's probably my favourite, I think. Oh, Olivia painted me a flower and the sun in the sky. And then we did this with, it looks like a vellum pocket, but it's tracing paper that I put through my embossing machine. And we did some nice shabby kind of flowers. I saw Jamie that day, we went Christmas shopping, so I made a belly band of me and him, and I just journaled on there. And then we're at the middle, so this is Christmas, so I journaled about Christmas on these. I've still got to get some pictures from the children to stick on here, like from my daughter. And I've got pictures of the grandchildren in the middle. I've got a family picture under there. Oh, I made that little card into a pocket and journaled on there. another day where I was feeling really tired, so I just used playing cards, and it could have been a lot neater. I think I could have made that look so much nicer, but it just looks really messy, but I didn't feel all that. And again on this day I was still struggling, but what I did was I printed out Amy's letter from her Letters to Santa kit, and I printed that out twice, and I wrote a letter to Santa about my wishes for 2020 in my personal life and my wishes for 2020 in my social media life, which is like here and all the other things. That's come out from there. I'll put that back in there. I'll go back to that in a minute. Then I made a nice belly band here, big shabby flower, journaling cards there, and Boris Johnson, Boris Who Stole Christmas. So that was when we was told that we couldn't have people over on the 19th. Lily taught me how to make these pockets out of one piece of paper, and she taught me that over video call, which I thought was really fun, so I made them. Done another collage there, and a little bit of journaling. This was when I was working on the kit and I was just getting it finished, so I used, because I'd spent the whole day working on it, I used that my images and pocket from my Mademoiselle kit, because I spent that whole day finishing it off to get it all ready. And then I went and done my Christmas food shopping, and I made these baskets, and the tags are just like that inside, that I journaled on both pockets. I've got that. And then I got this sent on Christmas Eve, and I made a raffle out of baking paper, because I'd been using baking paper all day long, baking and making different things. So yeah, that was just my tiniest little bit of journaling on Christmas Eve. Boxing Day, this is an old photo of me and Lily, but we put reindeer things on it to make it Boxing Day, and I'd done another one of them little pockets that I journaled on. And this one I didn't glue down, I left it to fold out so that I could journal on it. And then that was me feeling exhausted on the 27th. The 28th we made this pocket, and I made this tag out of some lovely packaging that I unwrapped my Christmas present. And then when it started to snow, this was that one, and we've got the sparkly bits on there. And then yesterday I summed up the year in this silly little thing and I journaled. And then that brings us to today, Lily's birthday, and that, my loves, is that. So when I see you again, it will be in January. So let me just wish you all the most lovely 2021 that can be. I really hope that the whole world turns a corner at midnight tonight, and that better things are to come. So thank you all for joining me for my December daily. I really had a ton of fun doing it, you know, and I'm sure I'll do it again next year. But yeah, thank you very much, especially to those that are new joining me, and you've only seen me doing this, for joining me anyway, and for those of you that have stuck around and popped by every day. I'll thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love you loads. Happy New Year. I'll see you soon. Bye, loves.